The following program is produced entirely by the television production students of Southeast High School, in partnership with Kaiser University, and by the medical experts at Intercoastal Cardiology of Sarasota, and by the financial advisors at Mott and Associates in Bradenton.
They could have said something a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
We are coming to you live from John Harder Court inside the Ben Buzz Narbic Gymnasium on the campus at Southeast High School in Bradenton, Florida, where tonight we have a crosstown rivalry boys basketball game featuring the visiting Manatee High Hurricanes and the host Southeast Seminoles. This is the second to last regular season home game for the Southeast Seminoles. SETV and Southeast High School presents Southeast Seminole Basketball. I'm Paul Meckley, and I will be describing all of the action to you in tonight's game. I am partnered here with Greg Alexandria. Greg, we have a rematch of a contest that was played earlier in the season where the Manatee High Hurricanes prevailed by a score of 65-62 in an earlier contest. Coach told us at the beginning of the game that free throws were an issue in that ball game.
Free throws and rebounding is always going to be an issue when you're looking at those crosstown rivalries. It's hustle plays. Adrenaline is high when you're going against somebody that you see a lot in parks and in different arenas. So when you get a matchup like that, you got to think about the little things that count. And knowing that score, it was 3-point game. Free throws, rebounds is going to be what we need as far as the keys to winning tonight.
It's been a while since we've had an opportunity to do a game together and see the teams play. I saw the Manatee High Hurricanes play these last week on two different occasions. They took it on the chin against a high-pressured basketball team in Lakewood Ranch, and then they lost a close one to the Palmetto Tigers. The Southeast Seminoles enter this evening's contest with a record of 3 wins and 17 defeats. The Hurricanes enter the game with a record of 12 wins and 9 defeats. Coach Watkins told me that in the beginning of the season, you and I saw what he was commenting on, and that is that he came to the game that first time with a huge bench, and he needed all of them this year, he said.
Absolutely. You don't see that many players, especially on a Coach Watkins on a Southeast team. So to have close to 15 players and to be able to go that deep in your bench, typically that would be a commodity, but you right now you're searching for consistency. Anything can happen once you get to the playoffs, so you at least want to get invited to the dance. Hopefully the young players will understand what it takes this deep into the season, how much of an extra gear they have to put on. They've added some new faces since we've seen them last, specifically number 21, A.D. Savage. Here's a JV call-up and is now the starting point guard.
Yes, at 5'6" and a 10th grader. He's going to run the show for the Seminoles tonight. Coach Watkins told me that earlier in the season, a couple weeks ago, they actually went to an away game, and due to illnesses and due to some academic concerns that they had about some players, they only had 8 kids make the trip. So having that many players on the squad was a great benefit to Coach Watkins, and it kind of explained why he was probably doing that at the beginning of the season when you and I were kind of wondering why he had that many guys there.
Absolutely. Hindsight is 20/20, so it makes him look like a genius at this point. But the good thing is that you've got the bodies. Being able to have somewhere to go, find the bench, see if you can get that spark off of the bench is going to be a commodity that I know he's not going to take for granted, especially going into the playoffs. this district is typically one of the toughest districts in the state when you have to go through a Gibbs or a St. Pete Lakewood, and now adding on a strong team from Tarpon Springs and Dunedin, some of those different. Bayshore is a powerhouse this year. They've been playing very well, so they have their work cut out for them. Having all those players is going to be a help, I think.
Well, Manatee comes into this contest with Coach Bob Luster as their head coach. He's been there a couple years now for the Hurricanes, and he's got them at a record of 12 wins and 9 losses. He did a great thing last week. You got to be a little older than me to understand probably the value of this, but last Friday night in the game against Palmetto, they went back and honored the basketball team that went to the Final Four for the Manatee High Hurricanes back in the I would believe it would have been 75, 76, 77 season, or 75, 76 season. And a lot of the players came back, and so did Coach Pat Healy, who later went on to coach at State College of Florida. And it was great to go over to the Hurricane Gymnasium and see a bunch of old friends, and a great gesture by the Manatee High athletic department and their basketball program in particular. The Hurricanes are led this evening in their scoring by a young man that is a dual sport performer in Shane Hooks. He plays basketball and football. He comes into the game averaging 16 points a game. The Southeast Seminoles come into the game with Ced Brooks as the leading scorer with 17 points a game, and then Amin Marshall comes in at 12, and then Alex Taylor. And if you look at those guys on that leading scoring list for the Seminoles, the great thing and the great future for Southeast is that 2 of those guys are juniors.
That's going to be helpful when they have that trial by fire, because we've been following Southeast basketball for some time, and you had a lot of consistency with the 4 years of Trey Alexandria and Ronald Taylor, then adding on Corey, and you had Anthony Bryant. So you had some consistency with some players that were able to play 3 to 4 years. Now it's the second generation's turn, so Ced Brooks is getting that trial by fire. He's being able to put the ball in the hoop this year, looking to take that next step with defense, chemistry, and being a real leader on the squad.
Earlier this week, Devin Stewart, the sports editor of SCTV, sat down with Coach Floyd Watkins, and he told Devin what can be expected out of tonight's game. So here's Devin with that interview in this week's edition of Seminole Coach's Corner, brought to you in partnership with our good friends at Mott & Associates Financial Planners, located in Bradenton, Florida.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Seminole Coach's Corner, brought to you in partnership with Mott & Associates Financial Planners, located in Bradenton, Florida. I'm Devin, sports editor for SCTV. Tonight, our Noles are playing host to crosstown rivals, the Manatee Hurricanes. And with us today is head coach of the Noles, Floyd Watkins, to tell us more about tonight's game. Hi, Coach. Welcome to the Coach's Corner.
Hey, Devin. How you doing? Good to see you again.
Great. It's a pleasure to have you here, Coach.
Thank you.
Now, as the 2016-2017 regular season comes to a close, can you reflect back a little bit on the goals that you've set for the season and how far we've come?
Well, at this juncture, we faced some challenges, a lot of injuries and illnesses, and a lot of different things of that nature. However, our goals remain the same. We are the defending district champions, and that goal is still out ahead of us. So a season in a lot of ways is similar to a haircut, in the sense that you really don't know the true results until the end. So at this point, we have some more trimming and edging to do to be GQ ready, but we still have approximately 2 weeks until our district tournament starts, and we have an opportunity to repeat. If anybody can do it, it's these group of young men that we have here. So.
Absolutely, absolutely, Coach. Now, tonight's game is going to be tough. We're playing the Hurricanes. What's going through your heads as we're approaching the postseason?
The fundamental thing is to continue to increase your efforts towards improvement. Obviously, the competition and the games give you a gauge of where you were that night. However, whether you win or lose the game, you still want to get better the next day because ultimately, you know, as I alluded to earlier, it's not really where you start or what you go through, is how you are at the end. And ultimately, I think we're probably starting to peak at the right time, and optimistically, we believe we have an opportunity to repeat.
I completely agree, and good luck tonight, Coach. I really enjoyed talking to you today.
Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's it for this edition of the Coach's Corner. We've been brought to you in partnership with Mott & Associates. And now back to Paul Meckley and Greg Alexandria on the mics. Enjoy the game.
We're clear.
We are back at John Harder Court inside the Ben Buzz Narbut Gymnasium on the campus of Southeast High School, where the introductions are just taking place right now for the coach Bob Lauster Manatee Hurricanes. One of their guards that'll be starting tonight is number 3, Carter Bettinghouse. He is the second leading scorer on the third leading scorer with 8-point a game average. Shane Hooks is being introduced right there. He's the leading scorer for the Hurricanes. Number 24 is Harry Cardillo. And now we will introduce the Southeast Seminoles. At the microphone there for the PA announcing is Mr. Mike Sanders. Starting out with number 0, Jarvis Henry starting. He didn't start earlier in the year for us, did
No,
we?
this is our first time seeing Jarvis start. Second year on varsity for that player.
Cedric Brooks is the leading scorer. He wears number 4. Alex Taylor, we believe, is the leading rebounder for the Seminoles. He's a junior at 6'4". There's the new youngster on the ball club for the Seminoles. Number 21, A.D. Savage, a 5'6" sophomore guard who'll be leading the point and rounding out the lineup this evening. Number 23, John Bennett, a 6'4" senior for Coach Floyd Watkins, who is in his 4th year as the head coach for the Seminoles.
So looking at the lineups, should be a pretty athletic game up and down. They played close early in this year, so I'm expecting to see Southeast make a homestand. You know, it's a rivalry game. You want to go into the playoffs and go into your senior night with the win. So hopefully they'll be able to get up and down the court on Teachers the Teachers Appreciation Night.
Teacher Appreciation Night. A great idea by Floyd Watkins to have this. Tap goes to the Hurricanes, and immediately they got the ball and went up, and there's Shane Hooks using his size to get a rebound and get the first 2 points of the game for the Hurricanes.
Now he plays football too, Coach?
That's what Coach Watkins implied. I did not check with Coach Lauster about that. If that is the case, there was football player on football player with the man-to-man defense being employed by the Hurricanes. Off the back of the rim, the shot is no good. There's the fight on the ground for the ball, and the Hurricanes come away with it.
Well, I'll tell you, he does look like a football player, not afraid of that contact, able to get on the ground for those 50-50 balls. We talked about it earlier in our broadcast. The 50-50 balls are going to be the keys to winning. Free throws, looking at 50-50. You've got a chance, I've got a chance, who wants it more, and then rebounds.
Looks like Coach Watkins is putting up a little zone defense here to see if the Hurricanes can shoot themselves out of the
That's a slow rotation.
That's a nice little shot there by Bettenhouse. It's his first 2 points of the game. That's Carter Bettenhouse, one of the guards for the Hurricanes.
That's a slow rotation, nice little floater on the baseline pull-up for him.
Be interesting to see how A.D. Savage handles this big environment with the Southeast Seminoles and the Hurricanes, crosstown rivals going at it. Got a basket there by Ced Brooks as he's able to work his way underneath for a basket.
That was surprisingly patient offense by the Seminoles. They weren't looking to take that early possession three. We've seen them be accustomed to that. So trying to find the mismatch, swinging the ball, making the defense work. Seems like they're doing what the coach is drawing up.
Point guard for the Hurricanes, number 5 is Alex Pettival. Bettenhouse went up with a shot, no good. The rebound came down to the Hurricanes, and the shot there by Cardillo was blocked by the Seminoles, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Hurricane ball with Pettival to inbound underneath their Hurricanes basket. Nice little fake there by number 10, that is Alex Rodriguez. He will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 free throws as he was fouled in the act of shooting.
Patient. You want to know where the defender is. You want to know where the ball is. You want to be one pass away and think one play ahead. They got a little lost on that one.
Foul is on John Bennett. That's his first.
Looks like Coach Gilmer's trying to shore up that defense. He's pulled over his senior, Jarvis Henry. Have some conversation. Now he's getting back in to try and procure this rebound.
With the people on the court, I think only 2 of the people that are starting tonight started the game that we did the last time for the Seminoles, that being Alex Taylor and maybe Ced Brooks.
I believe we did see number 23 because he was brand new. That was our first time getting a chance to see him. Big kid. Marshall did start that last game. Right. He's coming off the bench. I'm looking to see a little scoring punch for him. I mean, you want to be able to spread out and have scorers and have them able to attack each time.
Alex Taylor lost that ball. They got Hurricanes came down the court with it, and they're working it around inside, back outside. A little 2-man game against the zone. Ball is up, no good. Knocked away there, and the Seminoles are running. Ced Brooks takes the ball to the basket, throws up an awkward off-balance shot that is no good, and you
got to look ahead. You got to use your teammates. Had an opportunity to run a nice fast break.
Alex Pettival had brought the ball up, and they're looking at the zone defense employed by Coach Watkins. They get it inside underneath the hooks, and it's blocked, but in the process of blocking it, Alex Taylor got a little wild on his defensive maneuver and not only swatted the ball but also got a piece of Shane Hooks, who will go to the line and shooting 2.
That swing through is what got Hooks on the line. If he just goes up and contests the shot this early in the game, you don't want to have one of your starters in foul trouble.
At the line is Shane Hooks, the leading scorer for the Hurricanes, who is averaging 16 points a game. He's got 3 already this evening.
We've got Amin Marshall that just checked in for Jarvis Henry.
Second shot, free throw is up, and also good as the Hurricanes are on top by a score of 8-2. This time, Ced Brooks is at the point, looking at the defense employed. Looks like a little man-to-man defense. Shot is up by
Amin Marshall in the game for 5 seconds, and within 5 seconds, he's taken a long 3.
Yes, he did.
You got to look, the 2 points that we have right now came from the offense being patient, working it inside.
Shot is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Marshall, who gets it ahead to Brooks. Brooks takes it underneath and throws it to Bennett, who loses it out of bounds, and the Seminoles were running and couldn't handle their own fast break tempo.
Now, if you look, he gets the ball ahead, and the pass that Ced tries to make, it seems as if John wasn't ready for that.
Ball was deflected out of bounds off the hands of John Bennett, and the Hurricanes work on the ball. They get it inside again, up with a shot, no good. Another offensive rebound. Hurricane point guard gets caught underneath, and then he kicks it back outside as they stop back and set up against the zone defense that's being employed by Coach Watkins. Interception there by Marshall. They got a little 2-on-2 fast break. You know he's going to the basket.
Absolutely.
Throws up a shot, a little bit off balance and left-handed, no good.
Now, you get an opportunity, you got to make the most out of those, especially when you're looking at a 6-point deficit this early in the game. Think about Manatee. they've had some losing seasons where they haven't won a game or they may have won just one game. So for them to have double figures in the wins is a big turnaround for the program.
Manatee's doing a real good job getting offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. So far tonight, I think they've gotten 4 of their points have been on that. Up is no good. Cedric Brooks has the ball. He looks ahead, finds Alex on the other wing, and Alex goes up for a shot. And we have number foul. We have a foul on Alex Petaval, number 5. Here you'll see Brooks get the rebound.
He's looking ahead. He's got his head up. You've got Alex running and attacking. That's what you want to see. You want to see a strong take. He looked like he was actually trying to make the shot and not worried about the contact. You do that, you're going to find success most times as a young player.
Alex Taylor, a 6'4" junior, leading rebounder for the Seminoles, gets Southeast off that 2 points, which I think they had in the first minute of the game, and didn't score until now.
Got Big Devin coming in. Devin Logan, number 24. He subbed in for John Bennett during the foul shots.
I think he'll be underneath there to box out and keep people off the boards because Manatee's been getting a number of second shot opportunities.
Yeah, it's a crime scene down there. If you look at how patient they are, they're deliberately making sure they've got one on the box and looking on that opposite block to attack and find a way.
Another offensive rebound. Up again, no shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Marshall. He gets it over to Brooks. He's going to take it in against that zone defense. And it's in and out with no real play set up, and we lose control, and the Hurricanes get the rebound.
Now, you're already getting beat on the offensive boards or on the defensive boards. You can't afford to have one and out when you're playing against a team that is being very deliberate in their offense. So that one goes out, no communication on the team, nobody really trying to grab that, and you're giving Manatee another shot at it. If you look how deliberate they are, they've got people underneath most times, and just miscommunication. Nobody talking about I've got it, I'm grabbing it between Ced Brooks and Amin Marshall.
Second chance points again on opportunity, and there it goes as Petaval drives the baseline and gets 2 points for the Hurricanes.
That was a swipe and go and a great screen on the downside by number 44. He just came into the game. That's Cody Wingate.
A.D. Savage up with a quick shot, no good. Rebound there by Logan is no good. We're tapping it around, and finally I guess it was Logan that tapped it in. Is that right?
Marshall got that last tap, but they kept it alive. Logan was able to at least procure 2 of those 4 rebounds, and that shows a little bit of life.
Yeah, it was nice to get a second chance point since Manatee's been scoring a few times tonight with their second chance points. Southeast is extending that defense pretty far out there, but Manatee gets it inside. Now they play the outside game to their shooter, number 10, who puts up a jumper, and another offensive rebound. And a shot by Hooks is off, an air ball, and the Seminoles are running. Amin Marshall with a shot.
And too early in the shot clock for that to...
Nobody stopping the basketball, and Hooks takes it up, and instead of shooting the ball himself,
very unselfish play. Just didn't get that one to drop. You see a lot of team basketball on the Manatee side, a lot of one-on-one ISO plays and jumpers. Got a jump ball. It's going to stay Manatee way because Southeast won the opening tip.
Checking in the lineup for the Seminoles is Truxton Broadhead. He's replacing Logan. It'll be Southeast ball underneath their own basket. 10-6, Manatee's on top with 16 seconds remaining in the quarter. Shot by Marshall, pretty quick one there, is good for 2.
Marshall has a quick release, a quick shot, and no conscience. Nice 3, number 20. Malcolm Clearmont ends the quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter of tonight's basketball game. We're proud to announce that Kaiser University of Sarasota is once again a business partner of SCTV. This is the 12th year that Kaiser has supported the television production program of Southeast High School. At Kaiser University's Sarasota campus, you can get the training you need to pursue a new career in the fields of business, criminal justice, education, healthcare, information technology, law, and much more. They offer associate, bachelor's, and graduate degree programs. Their Sarasota campus also offers a culinary arts, a baking, and pastry program. You can find out more about what Kaiser has to offer simply by going to the website of kaiserdot.edu. At the end of the first quarter, it feels like Southeast should be behind by more, but it's 13-8. We're only down 5.
It's not a bad thing. We got to fix the score for our YouTube audience. It is 13-8, not 13-6. Seminoles are only down by a few. It's the mental mistakes. They have an opportunity to get back in the game, but how they start this second quarter is going to be very, very telling.
Yeah, there has been a real contrast in the styles of play so far. Manatee's been deliberate, passing the ball around, moving it in and out. Southeast has had a quick little trigger, sometimes successful, and still in the ball game, though, at the end of the first frame, 13-8.
When you're at home and you're down after a first quarter play, you want to come out with a little bit of energy, and it seems that that's exactly what the doctor ordered. You're going to get that foul call, even though it was incidental contact. They're going to give them that call every time.
That's good hustle play by a bunch of players on the Southeast team there, and unfortunately, they Marshall got called for tripping the young man. Southeast putting that pressure on the ball way up high, keeping Manatee away from the basket, and they force him a turnover for the Hurricanes. One thing about that first quarter that Southeast has improved on, we didn't have as many turnovers.
That's a good call. You don't see as many turnovers. Sometimes, though, depending on the basketball mind, that one-and-done shot could be considered a turnover.
I understand that. That was a good play there by Alex Taylor, getting the assist from A.D. Savage. Alex with a nice little 10-foot jumper for the Seminoles to cut the lead, or to cut the deficit to 3. Southeast doing a great job of bothering the basketball at the point. A.D. Savage up from 3-point range. Shot is up, no good. Truxton Broadhead battling for the rebound, stepped out of bounds there. It'll be Manatee ball to inbound.
Even though it went out of bounds, you like the hustle out of Truxton. Coming off the bench, he's a big body. He gave him an opportunity to make a little extra noise on that possession. Stepped out, though, but you want to see them with their hands on the balls. You didn't see that many attacking rebounders that you did just then in the first quarter.
Southeast going to a two-man top defense, pressuring the heck out of the Hurricanes. Nice drive to the basket, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Amin Marshall, who's going to come and attack.
Find your point guard. They're going to call a travel on that. And he's got to be able to find his point guard, and AD being a young basketball player, he's probably deferring to him a little bit. He's got to go and get that ball and set something up. You got to run that coach's offense and able to get yourself back in this game.
Some things haven't changed since the last time we saw a game.
Absolutely.
Some guys got the green light.
Or some guys take the green light.
Might be that too.
And then they'll be able to take a seat.
Hooks is up with a shot, and he can shoot it now. I saw him play last week, and when he gets hot, look out.
I believe he gave 27 to Southeast the last time they played earlier in the season. So you want to make sure that you keep an eye on him. Seth Brooks went into a battle. He had 25 that first game. Truxton with a little push and a foul.
A.D. Savage with a quick jumper up there. We weren't in position for the rebound. It was off, and Truxton Broadhead commits the first foul. That's the fourth team foul for the Seminoles. Hurricanes bringing the ball up.
One thing that I like about what Coach is doing, he's trying to disrupt the ball handler. By disrupting that ball handler, it's great if you stay in the passing lane, but you don't want to miss an opportunity to see a good passing team like Manatee get that ball down low and have an easy opportunity for a rebound. Second chance point, that's what's killing us right now.
That's at least 5. Manatee gets the shot up there by Hooks.
They're moving into position right away.
Oh, no. Oh, good job by Savage getting the tie up there, and it'll be Southeast ball. Nice play by A.D. Savage.
AD was able to get his hands in there and make sure that when the bigs bring the ball down low, as a point guard or a smaller player, you got to make them pay. Marshall is trying to do entirely too much. He's got to learn to let the game come to him.
Checking in for Marshall is Presame, now with the two smaller point guards up there, or two guards up in front. We'll see if they go and attack that ball right now like they did the first couple trips down. Nope, they're kind of sitting back in the zone now.
Well, Manatee hasn't been hitting a lot of jump shots from the top, so you got to try and pack that down a little bit. That's a great rebound. Gave up a good shot for an even better shot. They're being very deliberate with their passing and their teamwork. You got to see when you have a team that's actually running their plays and looking for an opening, good things are going to happen.
That's a rough one when you drive to the basket and you put up a shot like that, and Alex Taylor just happens to be in the way and doesn't do much, but he gets called for the foul.
You know, if you're talking and you're active on defense and you're moving and rotating and everybody's working as a cohesive unit, those bailout calls happen less.
Claremont, number 20 for the Hurricanes, makes the first of his two free throw attempts. Looking for his 5th point on the evening to extend the Hurricane lead. In and out, no good. And we got a battle for the rebounds, and it's a jump ball, and it's going to go to Manatee again. Even though it's not an offensive rebound necessarily, they're getting another chance at it.
You might as well mark it down as one. We got Chris Calathea coming in right now. That is the 6'8". He's also a member of the band. Number 30, second year on the basketball team. He's a big body with big hair. Fight for it. Fight for it.
Finally, Southeast gets a call, and it goes rebound out of bounds, last touch by a Hurricane. 17-10 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half of action here at John Harder Court inside Ben Buzz Narbert Gymnasium for the crosstown rivalry. Manatee Hurricanes against the Southeast Seminoles. A.D. Savage looking to put it inside. Didn't use a very good passing lane there, Greg.
No, you gotta be smart. My issue is that Manatee is getting too many good looks. When you get those good looks and those high percentage shots, in addition to their activity and their rebounding, I'm surprised this lead isn't bigger than what it is. I thought he would have stepped out of bounds with that one. They are very patient, very patient. That's number 11 again. Got a 30-second timeout for Coach Floyd Watkins. What do you think about number 11, Mr. Shane Hooks?
I think he's a nice basketball player. He did some nice things, and you'll see him do one of those right now as Manatee moves the ball around. Good ball fake, and then drives to the hoop, and nobody's able to come over there for Southeast and plant a body there and take a charge.
That pump fake really gets an undisciplined player out the air. Once they're out the air, he just swipes and goes, and he looks for that contact and takes a strong. That's the football player mentality. He's not afraid of that contact going in for that layup.
19-10, Manatee's on top with 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining as Coach Watkins called the timeout to shore up that defensive situation over there, and I'm sure to talk to the players about keeping Manatee off the boards. Into the lineup for the Seminoles is Ferguson Presame. Seminoles employing two of the shorter people on the lineup for Coach Watkins at this time. A.D. Savage gets it over to Bennett inside. They go to Calathea. who's going to turn around and put up a shot. Bennett with a rebound. I'm pretty sure he's going to be called for over the back.
He's out of position on that one. I mean, he's athletic. It's a good, strong play, but you can't always rely on your athleticism. Sometimes you got to be able to slide over and do the fundamental things. We're going to be going into foul trouble.
Yep, we're walking down to the other end of the gymnasium, and stepping up to the line is going to be Carter Bettinghouse. He's the young man that I believe scored the first 2 points of the game, and he's at the free throw line, looking to extend the Hurricane lead with a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Now I'm looking at Carter. He started the game with the floater. Very controlled player. He's running the offense. He's being deliberate. And I like to see a player that doesn't try and do too much.
That free throw attempt by Bettenhouse was good. The referees are having a little discussion here.
It went in, but there was some basket interference, so they're going to let that one go, and it'll be a warning. There was a pull of the net. It is a 1-and-1, so it was a live ball on that rebound, but pulling on the net, they're going to call another foul, I believe, on number 23, pushing to get that advantage.
So Devin Logan comes into the game, and they actually did call a foul on him too.
Devin Logan is coming in. They called the foul on number 23, John Bennett.
That's his third. No?
That's going to be a player control foul, so they're going to give him a shot on his own.
Bettenhouse misses that one.
So that first shot went in with the player control foul. They cleared the line, and now they have an opportunity to cut into this lead.
Brooks throws up a wild shot. Rebound comes down to Hooks. Hooks battles with Brooks. There's one of those situations that you don't like to see. You make a mistake and then you compound the situation here.
Now, he's got enough talent to be able to stop and take that jumper instead of forcing it in. The way the referees are calling this game, it's a 8-2 foul advantage for Manatee. You're putting them on the line. You're not getting good possessions on your side, so all that's going to do is just add to that halftime.
Hooks is at the line. He's the leading scorer for the Hurricanes so far this evening. He's been perfect at the stripe with 3 out of 3, add a 3-point bucket and two 2-point baskets, and Hooks is leading the Hurricanes in scoring this evening, just like he does on the entire season.
He's as good as advertised.
Yep.
Very under control player, two-way sports, playing basketball and football, and we know Manatee is a football powerhouse, even though they've had a down year to their standards. I think there's a lot of teams that would take what they did.
Underneath basket there by Devin Logan for the Seminoles. Cuts the lead to 10 points. Here comes the ball across the line.
You know, right now, if you're coaching this game, you want to try and get 2 stops in a row. If you get 2 stops in a row and you can score on alternating possessions, you have an opportunity to, wow. He's just enjoying himself tonight. Pass ahead, Devin with a quick shot. Nobody underneath the rebound. Scrum for the ball. That's where the little guys come in.
Boy, here comes Hooks down the line. They tried to pick him off, and they didn't.
Now, you got to think, if that was Seth Brooks, he would have taken that
nice
shot.
Idea. Nice pass by Pettibo. Oh, in and out, no good. Brooks needs to slow it down here. They got no advantage. He's going to go right to the glass and go up with a shot. No
He
good.
found a seam, but you got to look for your advantages. Coach, you're saying it. We've talked about it. I've been around Coach Watkins for a little bit, Coach Gilmer, Coach Powell. I know they're preaching it, but are the kids receiving it?
Manatee's offense has been quite contrast to what Southeast has been doing. They tend to pass the ball around. I know it's a zone defense against man defense, but you can't always take the ball to the hole and expect something good to happen.
They're deliberate nature has controlled the pace of the game. You know, you've got the coach that's setting up a timeout. He's got a nice lead, 11 points, still time left before halftime, and he's teaching his team, hey, we've got our pace. We're playing the way we want to play. Let's continue to make them uncomfortable. I'd like to see what he comes out with out of this timeout.
At the beginning of this second quarter, Southeast brought their 2 point guards up, or their 2 young guards up, and really put a lot of pressure, and we created some turnovers there for Manatee, and we haven't seen that lately being employed by Coach Watkins and by the Seminoles. Shane Hooks has been the story of the evening so far. He's got 14 points already, on his way to the same number he had in the first contest.
Yeah, 27, and you can see why. He's doing it inside, he's doing it outside. The way that he's playing is he's controlling the pace. Right now they're going to find him down low. That's a travel.
There's that pressure defense at the top by the Seminoles.
Make them uncomfortable.
As the 2 guards challenge them, and all of a sudden they got a turnover.
Make them uncomfortable. Give them an opportunity to not set up their offense.
Ferguson.
See what they can do on the fly. He waited for that one. He watched him the entire way. That may have been basket interference, but I think he was trying to get a pass off the glass for that one. We missed. They ref that.
Wow. That was a nice steal there, and now unfortunately,
he's doing it again.
Unfortunately, we're going to come back and just take it in and throw it up.
You got to see what's successful and what's working for the other team, and why is that not working for us? It's because it's a lot of ISO plays, a lot of one-on-one, and I know that's not how coach is drawing it up.
27-14, Manatee's on top by 13 with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. Ced Brooks will inbounds underneath the Seminole basket. Gets it over there to Savage, who's going to bring it around the top to Fergan Presume, who's going to throw one up off the back of the iron. No good.
That's an open shot. You take what they give you. That wasn't bad, but we got to find a way to get some rebounds.
There goes Southeast pressure at the top against the Hurricanes, and again they turn it over.
And Devin just lets it go. Good pass ahead. That should be basket interference. You can't slap the board when that ball is up on it. It's good pressure by A.D. Savage.
Again, we're forcing the battle for the ball underneath, and then we got a jump ball called there. Number 24, Cardillo.
It's a big guy.
Yes, it is.
I don't think they were taking the ball from him.
No.
First time seeing Jarvis Isom tonight.
55 seconds remaining in the first half of action here tonight at Southeast High School, John Harder Court. Hurricane ball to inbound. It was Southeast ball on the jump ball, alternating possession.
The referees were on top of it that time.
Now,
he's going through his bench. He's still looking for that spark this deep in the season. It could be, that's a force. KYP, you got to know your personnel. You don't want Henry to have to do too much. You want him to be able to catch the ball and lay up, have a high percentage shot. They are running anything they want.
Manatee's gotten a little adjustment here to this pressure that Southeast has been putting on the top of the lineup. And that was probably the shot that was the least poised shot that Hooks has taken so far tonight.
We call those heat checks. I think he thought it was less time left than what it actually was. So Southeast has a chance to go into the locker room on a positive note if they can get a positive possession.
Savage looking inside, and they lose it. Ball's retrieved there by Hooks, and he's going to go up and layup and make the basket, and then we compound the issue with a foul.
He's got great length.
Well, he does. He really does.
Body control. He was able to catch the ball and extend. You don't want to foul in that instance, and if you do foul, you want to make sure he doesn't have a chance to get the ball up.
Hooks will go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
That would have been a bad ending to the first half, but finds Southeast trailing by the score of 29-14 as the Seminoles only got 6 points in the second quarter.
Coach is going to go into the locker room and challenge his team to come out with some heart and defend home court against their crosstown rivals. For them to have a chance in this game, it's going to start with the players.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Manatee High Hurricanes 29 to Southeast Seminoles 14. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with our very own Mike and Mike show. You're watching Seminole Basketball on SCTV Sports.
The following program is produced entirely by the television production students of The following program is produced entirely by SCTV is proud to recognize Mott & Associates as an important partner of the Television Career Technology program of Southeast High School. Mott & Associates is one of the premier financial advisory firms in the Bradenton-Sarasota area. The association is made even more special because Mike Mott, President and CEO of Mott & Associates, is a graduate of Southeast.
Mott & Associates is very proud to be a supporter of Southeast High School and SCTV, especially the fact that I am a Southeast alumni. When my wife and I started our financial planning practice more than 33 years ago, one of our visions was to support the local community in which I grew up. As a lifelong resident of Bradenton, I am very proud to call this area my home. Today, we serve hundreds of local residents in a variety of ways, including financial planning, tax preparation, tax planning, retirement planning, and many more facets of a holistic wealth management firm. We choose to work with and support the dedicated team of students at SCTV because of their commitment to and their drive toward excellence, and they're doing a great job. And good luck to all the Southeast High School athletic teams and that special team, SCTV. Go Noles!
Where's that homework at?
I don't have any homework.
I know you got the homework.
Man, we know you do. You do have it. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And the beat goes on.
And the beat goes on.
Yeah, can't you hear it?
I love it.
How can you not hear it?
They're loud.
Our drum corps
I
is
love it.
serenading us.
I love it.
You know,
You know, you
quiet,
better introduce
shy
yourself.
way.
Some people out there don't know us.
Don't know me?
Don't know us.
Okay, well, I'm Mike,
I'm Mike.
and we are not necessarily back or better than ever.
And we're not the Mike and Mike show. We are the
Oh, but,
Mike
you know, this is the last chance we're going to get to argue this because this is our last halftime for.
You know,
for
I'm
the
going to
rest of
miss
the
you,
year.
Mr. Sanders.
Where are you going?
I don't know, but we're both going away because even though we'll have live TV for sports, they will no longer have to listen to us at halftime until next year.
That's correct because there is no halftime in baseball and softball.
You know, we could make it. We could do like a 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, no, I want to go home at the end of the 7th inning. All right, so we're playing here. We're playing the Seminoles versus the Hurricanes. Score doesn't look real good right now.
I'd say the Hurricanes are blowing us away.
Oh, that was clever.
Thank you.
What category?
Oh, right now it's like a 2 or 3,
Yeah, it's
but it's
just a
going to get
little one.
worse, I think.
29-14. But they're getting ready for the postseason. They have one more home game here to the regular season, and then they start the playoffs.
You know, I got to say something. The real stars tonight are our talents. I was listening to them back over there in the studio, and not only do they know the game, but they just talk back and forth so well with each other. Not like us.
Well, that's why everybody shuts us off and goes to get a sandwich.
Well, you know, right now, do you know how many toilets are flushing?
I don't want to know.
At least one.
Oh, are we about to have a disaster? Is the water going to go down around Anna Maria Island?
It could. Yes.
Then we don't have to worry about climate change.
No. Climate change is gone.
Is it?
Yes, by decree.
So say it's the Trump?
Well, no, I think it's an executive order.
Okay.
Climate
all right.
change now.
Did he sign it?
You don't have to sign. He said it.
He just says it.
He said,
Look
you know
what they did.
He put a.
Look what
oh,
they
man,
did.
They put us on the air again.
I don't know why they do that.
We have faces for radio.
Oh, that's clever. I've never heard that before.
I know.
Did you just make that up?
No.
Oh my goodness gracious! Listen to the drums.
How can you not? Yeah, look at
No,
you.
they
Look
are
at you nodding your head there.
Absolutely fantastic. The drum corps for Southeast High School really know what they're doing.
Well, they're energetic.
They have to be able to beat like that.
Anyway.
Yeah, are you believing that we really have nothing to say tonight?
No, we have plenty to say.
Okay, say it.
Plenty.
God. Lord help me. Hey, look, boys basketball.
You know what? Wow.
Oh, there's the 3 minutes, and Coach Meckley is walking away.
Do you blame him? Hey, he
Huh.
knows
Hey,
that we are doing. I can't hear you.
Huh?
There's no drums. I can't hear you.
What?
Yes.
Oh, we got all the bad jokes tonight.
Oh,
And here come the
They are
players.
bad.
Here, stater of the obvious. The players are re-entering the field.
You know what? And you did that so well.
I did.
Yes.
I could have said they're walking on the court.
You
did
could have,
not.
but no, you said the players are entering the field.
Even though
However,
that's
this
not
is
a field.
not a field.
It's not a field. Yeah, it's hardwood.
They're hitting the boards, man. They're hitting the boards.
Well, here comes Coach Beckley to
All
save
right.
us from ourselves.
That means that the fans no longer have to listen to us.
That's great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure yakking at you during halftimes this year. And as we said, it's the final one, but we'll be back in
Next year.
February
Oh, no.
with a baseball or
Oh, yeah.
softball
Well,
game.
we won't be back, but we will be back as SETV.
That's true.
Right.
So, from all of us on the adult side of SETV, we want to thank you for tuning in. It's time to roll the video. Have a great evening, everybody. Enjoy the second half of the game.
Bye, folks.
You need me to turn this up for you, Annie, or you good?
That's good. That's good right now.
Okay.
They might have turned it up.
I know I turned it up when
Welcome back to Southeast High School, John Harder Court on the campus of Southeast High School in Bradenton, Florida. We're ready for the second half of action that finds the Southeast Seminoles, the host team, trailing the Manatee High Hurricanes 29-14 in a crosstown rivalry.
Well, Coach, looks like we've got one chance to come back and get ourselves into this game. It's going to take energy, it's going to take defense, and it's going to take working that offense, having more than one opportunity to shoot the ball. So let's see what we got.
Looks like we're putting a little man-to-man pressure on Manatee all over the court now. We were sitting back and bothering them with the zone in the first half.
Right now with this man-to-man, what they're trying to do is just speed them up and get them out of their comfort zone. They were very comfortable in that first half, basically getting any shot they wanted.
And we got a 3-second call after going to that man-to-man defense. Shane Hooks is the leading scorer in tonight's contest. He's a Manatee High wing player at 18 points in the first half.
Well, you got to like what he's bringing to the table. He's being patient. I only think there was one shot that he forced up. He gave us 27 last time to Ced Brooks 25, and he looks like he's trying to take off where he left off. That's big John, number 23, Bennett, with a shot attempt after a strong rebound. You're looking for some of those rebounds in that first half, and if you look at the replay, that was just effort. He got in early foul trouble and is really feeling good about coming back on the floor.
Bennett's first free throw is up and goes in. Looks like Coach had a little strategy conversation with his coaching staff there at halftime and decided to switch up and, like you said, make Manatee play a little bit faster than they want to.
Got to get him uncomfortable.
Second shot is no good, and the Hurricanes come down with the rebound. Bettenhouse going to bring it across the timeline.
Anytime a team gets comfortable and they see some success, their confidence grows. If their confidence grows, it's going to be a long night.
Pettival drives to the hoop and is fouled in the act of shooting. He will go to the line and shoot two.
That's our first time seeing him swipe and drive. He's been setting up the offense and allowing the other players to take center. And now with that man-to-man defense coming, he's taking advantage of some of the openings that Southeast is giving him. That all the way in.
Last week when I saw them play against Lakewood Ranch, he was driving to the hoop consistently as part of their offensive show was to just let him kind of run the deal and go. That's his third point of the night. He misses his second free throw, and the Seminoles are coming down with sophomore point guard Savage, kicking it over to Alex Taylor. Goes up with a jump shot, kind of adjusted in midair, but we're attacking the glass on a rebound and is up no good. Bennett with a shot and a basket. Greg, that's the third offensive rebound for Southeast High School in a minute and 14 seconds. That's a good sign.
That shows that they may have gotten some inspiring words from their coach during halftime. Playing hard is going to help you, especially in games like this. We got to get all our free throws, but it's a start because they were getting absolutely dragged all over the court when it came to the rebounds in the first half.
You are correct about that. Bettenhouse gets up to the top of the key and puts up a jumper for two. That was a nice individual play there by Carter Bettenhouse. But now we come down and we miss a shot, and now Manatee's on the run. This doesn't look real promising for the Seminoles.
That was a flop on Savage.
Missed a shot, and we got a foul going maybe the other way.
Looks like he tried to take the charge, but he fell a little bit before the contact happened.
Foul is on number 5 from Manatee.
That looks like that was from
Alex Pettival. That is his third personal, according to the scoreboard.
So they took him out the game. That was away from the ball on that foul.
Pass over to Alex Taylor, setting up the offense. They're trying to get it inside to Bennett. They blocked the foul as a reach over there on number 24, Cardillo.
He was saved on that one because that wasn't the best pass. You want to put it in the position for your team to be able to score. By him throwing that ball to the outside, it did give Manatee a chance, but they had to reach over to get it.
That's the 4th team foul against Manatee in this half. Alex Taylor banging the rebounds again. Pulls out another board, goes up with a shot, no good, and collects another foul. That's 2 more offensive rebounds by the Seminoles in this quarter. Alex is going to go to the free throw line.
Now they went ahead and they were able to control the boards on that one. You're getting what you want with the rebounds. Now you got to put it all together and knock down your foul shots, and Alex stops the first one.
Alex Taylor has 4 points on the evening with 1 field goal and 3 out of 3 free throws as he eyes the next one. Southeast is cutting into the lead a little bit. Little flat shot, no good, but John Bennett, inspired second half, gets another offensive rebound for Southeast and scores his, I believe, 5th point of the game, all in the second half.
Now, he came off of the bench a couple of times because he got into early foul trouble and was never able to find the rhythm. Now, instead of looking for his shot, he's looking for that rebound. No rebound there.
Nope. 21 points on the evening for Shane Hooks as he calmly puts up a 3-pointer. Savage going into the land of the Giants, misses a shot. Southeast with another rebound as the Noles are banging on the boards in the second half.
If you look right now, this is what A.D. Savage brings to the game. He's got a change of pace, is able to get to the rim and give us a second chance with the rebound for Jarvis Henry.
If you recall, we began the game by saying in the first game between these two teams, Southeast lost 65-62, and Coach said that Coach Watkins described the action as being very close and competitive, but we missed about 15 free throws. We're starting the second half in about that same mode.
You never want to go one in, one out from the free throw line. You're getting what you want, and here's something interesting. I want you to keep an eye on this. There's 6 fouls already.
Right.
So if you're able to continue to play hard, good reflexes, Coach. I wonder if they got you on that replay.
Manatee ball out in their own backcourt. Hurricanes having a little trouble getting it inbounds. Hooks gets it, brings it across the timeline, gets it over to Bettenhouse, who drives, kicks it in the corner, back out in front. Now they're going to set up.
He's a very fluid athlete, very unselfish team player.
Manatee does a nice job of setting their offense against this man-to-man pressure.
They're not in a rush.
Nope.
They're getting what they want. That may be the second shot that he's actually forced.
But unfortunately, we're back where Manatee got an offensive rebound. And going up with the shot there is number 32, Felix Carrillo. And he was fouled in the act of shooting, so he'll step to the line. 4:39 remaining in the third quarter. Southeast finds themselves 14 down by a score of 35-21.
I'll tell you, Coach, right now, this is the recipe of a game that we can win. If we're able to continue to put pressure on them and control the boards, and if we make good, timely attacking moves to the hoop, we're going to have an opportunity to stop the clock and put points on the board because we're about to be in that bonus.
That's correct, and that bonus could be very, very valuable as Alex Taylor pulls down the rebound for the Seminoles and gets it over to Quinn Birch, who arrives into the ball game for the first time this evening.
That was a senior football player converted to a basketball player. He plays tailback on the football team and is a backup point guard right now. So Mr. Birch has an opportunity to take some of that football toughness and help shore up this second lineup for the Seminoles.
Stepping to the line on the foul there on the Hurricanes will be, for the Southeast Seminoles, will be Amin Marshall. He will be getting 2 free throws. Put that one in nicely.
Doesn't take any time. As soon as that ball touches his hand, he shoots it. Watch how quickly this comes off his hands. Call that a gunslinger in the old West, right?
Now the Seminoles are putting on full court pressure. When Manatee faced this the other night against Lakewood Ranch, it bothered them. And there is a chance for a turnover, and we don't quite convert it. We don't get the turnover, and Carrillo is able to put a ball up on the basket. And again, he's going to step to the line. With this activity going on with free throws, we could be here till tomorrow.
It seems like every time we have an opportunity to broadcast the games, we're getting into one of those quarters where we really extend it, right?
No doubt about it. Felix Carrillo makes good on the first of his 2 attempts that time. This is the second time he's been at the free throw line. He hit the first one and missed the second a while ago. And he's back at the line for his second shot, and we're going to have a lane violation there by Hooks. 37-23, Southeast trails by 14 points.
You cut into that lead a little bit, and you saw some success. Now you got to continue to build on that, and that's one of the things that these young players have to understand. Seth Brooks hits a 3. Q Butch gets him a nice assist. The key is to build on what's working. There's no 10-point shot. There's no 20-point shot. So you got to do it one bucket at a time.
Shane Hooks has the ball out front and dribbling around to set up the offense with Pettival out because of 3 fouls. Manatee's down on their man that usually runs the offensive game for the Hurricanes. He's usually the guy that sets up the offense, especially against man-to-man pressure.
It shows when you have a primary ball handler on the bench. Some players aren't ready to step up, and while they had an opportunity.
That was a bad turnover, but this could be even a worse one for Manatee. 1-on-4.
1-on-4, and we foul them. All you got to do is just step up and play defense. One thing that you notice is instead of stepping up to stop the ball, they're playing on their heels, which goes right into the offensive players, right into his game plan. He wants to see you backing up. He wants to have an opportunity to get closer to the basket, and you can't give him what you want. That's 3 fouls on the mean, so he's got to come out the game.
Southeast trails by 11 now. They've cut it, what had been a 15-point halftime lead. Cut it by 4. It feels as though we're gaining, but it doesn't
Every
look like
little
it
bit counts
right now.
Every little bit counts.
Alex Taylor's going to take it to the basket, off the glass, no good. Rebound stolen by Alex. He goes up again with a shot, off the glass, no good.
That was a nice hustle play. He missed that. We had nobody rebounding, and he stayed in the play. Staying in that play is good.
Alex will step to the basket, free throw line, 6'4" junior, leading rebounder for the Seminoles. Puts up his first shot, no good.
Also the starting quarterback for the high school team here. And if I'm reading correctly, he made 3rd team All-State.
That's what I understand. That's a nice honor for him in his first year. Alex made good on the second one. Gives him 6 points on the night. Quinn Birch will add a little pressure. This will hurry the Hurricanes up a little bit.
He's got great lateral movement, and he's able just to pressure their guards a little more than what they want to be.
Basket up, no good. Rebound
Fight for
comes
the
down
rebound.
to Logan.
Find your guards.
Over and back.
I saw that one was coming a mile away.
The wrong man had the ball headed up the court. It's
can't
unfortunate.
panic.
No.
Can't panic. I mean, you got a good rebound. You get the steal. You control it. You don't want to rush.
And that's one of those things that, the point guard really should have gone over and
got
the
the
ball from him.
Absolutely, Coach.
Yep. Comes Manatee into the forecourt, and they drive. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Manatee, no good.
One more pass, one more pass.
Brooks going to get a foul called on him as he goes ripping by somebody, and man reaches in and called for the foul.
Now, if you look here, it's a good attack. He's getting the ball to the middle of the floor, but Birch was by himself. One bounce pass would have given us an opportunity to get 2 points, get back and play defense.
Malcolm Claremont gets his second personal. Brooks takes his third free throw of the night and makes it.
In order for the Noles to win this game, their chemistry and their teamwork is going to have to raise to that next level. We got to get away from the ISO plays and some of the selfish ball techniques that we've seen for a large percentage of this game.
Southeast has cut that 15-point halftime lead to 9. Now Pettival checks back into the lineup. He's the guy that tries to run the show against the man-to-man defense. There's a nice little matchup here between two very quick basketball players. Almost a travel there. Southeast really putting a lot of pressure out front.
Wow.
That was a big screen, wasn't it?
That was a big screen.
There he goes, taking it to the basket.
That's
foul.
the reason why he's back in the game, to steady the ship.
Coach Lauster from Manatee's taking a chance. Pettival has 3 fouls on him. He's given Shane Hooks a break. Also during this third quarter of time, Pettival, the first time on the ball on offense, drives to the basket, and he's going to go to the free throw line where he's 1 for 2 this evening.
Confidence means a lot in the game of basketball. He feels like nobody on the Seminoles was able to harass him, so while he's sitting on the bench and catching a break because he's forced to with the foul trouble, he's able to look and see what's going to happen, and that was just a good take. You didn't see that when he wasn't on the floor.
Correct.
Steady, steady player.
5 points on the night for Pettival. Extends Manatee's lead to 11, 40-29. Quinn Birch has the ball. Gets it over to Alex Taylor, goes up with a shot. Nails down a good 2-point basket there by Alex as he came up into the free throw line there and got away from his defender Hooks.
You got to take advantage of every little bit. Right now is a good time to get a stop, but everyone has to be aware of where their man is, especially when you're playing a team that likes to set those picks.
That's what we want to see is Pettival taking that shot. He got away with a possible foul right there. Alex could use a basket right here. Good pass. Nice in and out game, and followed up by Quinn Birch's rebound. He puts up a bomb, no good. Over the back is Alex Taylor on a foul.
Out of position on that one, even though you go up for that. Athletically, you can go get it, but you got to be in position. That was a great possession for the team ball movement. Unfortunately, you got back to some of your selfish tendencies and let one go.
40-31, Southeast only down by 9 with 1:18 seconds left to go. It's been a good quarter so far. This man-to-man pressure has created a little bit of change in momentum for the Seminoles. Pettival out there. They're alternating screens down low, coming out on top. And an interception there by Ced Brooks. He's got Isom on the side.
That was a great pass by Brooks. That's the pass that we should have seen the first time. He was able to make it. I hope he watches this tape and sees what's successful.
7-point lead for Manatee. We got a kick there by Logan. Southeast has cut the lead by 8 with 41.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Noles are back in it, Greg.
Right now, you need to stop. You don't want to foul them. You want to be able to see. You want to be able to see rebounds go our way and talk on defense. Like right now, that was entirely too easy. And there's the foul that we just talked about.
Can't let him get the ball in there, and then you can't make the second mistake by fouling the guy before he even gets the ball. It's unfortunate. Pettival to inbound underneath Manatee's basket. There's Pettival. they had hooks open underneath because of a late rotation. 19 seconds remaining. Looks like Manatee's going to wait for that last shot. 14 seconds remaining. Bettenhouse over to Pettival. Malcolm Claremont gets it inside to Bettenhouse, who puts up a shot, no good, and we got probably an over the back foul against Manatee. So we'll walk to the other end of the line, or the gymnasium, and Southeast will have a chance to cut the lead to 5 points at the end of 3 with stepping to the line is Camaris Isom. He'll have 1 and might have 2 now.
Setting up to be a very, very interesting fourth quarter. Both teams are going to be in the bonus, with one being in the double bonus. Being able to hit all of our foul shots is going to be paramount for this last quarter. If we're able to do that and play with the same energy, have something left in the tank, we could walk away avenging that earlier season loss as Isom knocks down 2 from the foul line.
Here goes Hooks, got half court, up with a shot. That was pretty close.
He got where he wanted to.
Yep. No doubt about it. That is the end of the third quarter in tonight's action, with the score, Manatee 40, Southeast Seminoles 35. For the third year in a row, Mott & Associates Financial Planners are industry partners of SCTV. Mike Mott, founder and owner of Mott & Associates, is a graduate of Southeast High School and a proud Seminole. For nearly 30 years, the Braden-based Mott & Associates has been dedicated to providing the most comprehensive and personal process-driven financial services available. We'd like to extend our thanks to Mike Mott and his team for helping support the television students of Southeast. If you'd like to find out more about the financial services of Mott & Associates, simply go to their website at mottassociatesdot.com. That's mottassociatesdot.com. Well, we're in for an exciting second half. Southeast was down at the end of the half by a score of 29-14, and now which was a 15-point deficit. We cut into that by 10 with the man pressure that Southeast put on and some timely free throws by Southeast.
So right now, they're setting up for a great opportunity to go into senior night, go into the playoffs with some wins. Coach, how many seconds does it take before he shoots that ball?
That wasn't when I saw that he came in the game, I had my stopwatch going. That was less than 8.
Wow.
Still putting that man pressure on way out front. Pettival dribbling against Isom, spins,
wow.
Takes it up to the basket.
Big move, big move. Very, very under control point guard. I'm impressed by him.
Nice play by Pettival. They got the offense going and Southeast quickly puts up 2 shots. Another offensive rebound by Southeast. This time Marshall
That
gets
was a
the
layup
basket.
by Marshall. I haven't seen a layup by Marshall in a while.
42-37, Pettival drives, dishes it off and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Manatee ball to inbounds.
Now, we got Alex Taylor coming back in. With Alex coming back in, he had some real success on the ball, playing that 4 spot, that 5 spot. We were able to get some rebounds with Alex in the game. We want to be able to continue that. My only hope is we continue some kind of chemistry that we had earlier in that third quarter.
Shot there by Hooks is no good. Hooks is the leading scorer in the game. He had 18 in the first half. Southeast held him to only 3, as Manatee had a little more difficulty getting into the offensive flow of things.
He was quiet in that third quarter, and I'm not sure if that was by design, if he's trying to coast it out, or if we found a way to frustrate him.
He spent part of the time on the bench, and now he's back in the ball game. Oh no, not a big turnover there by Southeast that we didn't need at that time.
You got to be very, very careful in this fourth quarter, because Manatee can turn 2. Wow.
Nice pass there by Pettival to Cardillo, who went up and made the basket for Manatee. I believe that's his first 2 points of the game. Number 24 made that basket, right?
Manatee can, yeah, absolutely, sir. Manatee can turn to a very veteran point guard. Having that veteran point guard is going to, he's got to not extend. That's the second call he's had on that.
That's 5 now. He's going to be
He's
gone.
gone.
He'll be gone. They didn't call that second one? Yeah.
No, that tech happened.
He's going to be gone. That'll be 5.
That's immature. He's a senior. He comes into the game. You're looking for some leadership as a senior, and I mean, it's bad enough you already fouled him, but you don't need the extracurricular.
44-37
Mark that down, 5:52.
in the game, and we got a personal, and a tech. They'll be shooting probably
4 and the ball back.
And the ball. That's not a good thing.
4 and the ball back. Now you've got some momentum. You've got an opportunity to build on the successful things that you were doing. You had the advantage in the fouls. Now both teams are going to be in the double bonus, and you may have woken up the monster because he was quiet in that third quarter.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea to push him.
If he decides he wants to turn it on now, we don't have anybody that can stop him or slow him down.
They're going to keep him at the line, or they're going to let somebody else shoot the tech?
Looks like they didn't give him shots on that tech. That may have been the all in one, and they got the ball back.
Well, that's a good thing for Southeast. Oh, that's not a good thing.
And there it is. Looks like you woke him up.
Going to the free throw line will be Hooks here. You're going to see a nice little pass inside.
That dribble penetration and then unselfish play.
Oh, that was so nice. Nobody came over from the weak side to help on that play.
No, they're watching the ball instead of being involved in the play. And
Hooks gets
another
another
rebound.
Up off the glass, no good. And A.D. Savage comes out of there with a little burst. He's going to take it all the way to the house.
Positive play. Let's turn around and play defense now and see if we can get a stop.
That was a good play by Savage. 48-39, Southeast down by 9 points. Now they got to stop this guy from driving to the basket.
That one is going to be counted. One thing that I like about number 5 is he's just under control. He may have 2 turnovers, nothing flashy, just very solid basketball play. He gets where he wants, sets up a team, and scores when he needs to.
And you know what I like about him is that in the first half when Southeast was employing a zone, he was patient enough to move the ball around and get it to the people that needed to have their hands on it to score.
Wasn't looking to take jump shots. Some teams can get lulled into taking shots out of their comfort zone when it comes to a zone. He just worked the ball around until he had opportunities and made sure that he got it to his playmakers.
Pettival gets himself into double figures now. A.D. Savage kicks it over to Alex, who drives, puts it up with a wild kind of shot, no good, but Bennett's there for the rebound for the Seminoles off the glass. Southeast doing a heck of a job in the second half. That's their 10th offensive rebound. That's a double dribble.
That's going to be a double dribble.
Yep.
Great defense by A.D. Savage.
Right.
A.D.'s trying to rise to this challenge.
I guess that's what we need to do is brag on somebody, and then maybe they'll make a turnover.
I like it. I like it. Let's brag on number 11 a little bit.
Ooh. Inside, Bennett goes up with a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to number 24. He gets it right to Pettival. He knows where the guy is, does a great job of going to the ball and getting it across half-court line, and he's going to coax the foul from Savage.
Point guards that are watching this, young players that are watching this, please understand, as a point guard, you want to be able to control the pace of the game. Going behind his back, he knows that AD is going to reach, and there's no way he'd be able to stop that. Knowing that your team is in that double bonus, that gives you a chance to settle the troops down and continue to put points on the board.
Both teams are in the double bonus now from here on out. Pettival has been at the line now in the second half 5 different times. This is shooting his 5th free throw of the second half.
So, Coach, we wrote down a time and wrote down when that technical happened.
7-point difference. Now it's back up to 12. Southeast trailing by 12 now in less than a minute, or in a minute and a half. Quinn Birch setting it up for the Seminoles, gets it over to Alex, puts up a jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by Hooks. He gets it under control, and Manatee's going to set it up. They do a nice job of knowing what they like and what they can do.
Not rushing at all, being very patient. There's no shot clock in high school basketball, so you can take as much time as you need.
Ball's on the ground, and we got a
They're
couple
going to call a
guys
kickball on that one. While he was fighting for control of the ball, he actually did have his hands on it. Number 23 put 2 feet on the ball at the same time. So if you look down, after that ball hits the ground, he's on the ground. There's the kickball right there. Just putting the 2 feet on the ball. We didn't have total control as an offensive team, so that's why they got that back for our audience at home.
Manatee's number 10 got kicked in the head in that little battle for the ball, and Alex Rodriguez goes up with a jumper and makes it. Good pass there by A.D. Savage underneath the basket.
He wasted his dribble on that one.
Bennett was out of position and put up a awkward shot. Southeast down 14 again after having cut the lead to 5.
He thought that he had to dribble and gather himself. If he would have just taken a drop step and went to the hole, it would have probably been a 3-point play opportunity. And these are the foul shots that Coach talked about. Having an opportunity to knock down, the clock stop. This is what you want, but you got to take advantage of it. You can't go 50%.
Timeout.
Got to be
there.
80 or better.
Timeout by Coach Watkins at 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the night's contest. Southeast trails Manatee 55-42. Dr. Rick Uriura and his family are once again industry partners of SCTV. This is the 8th consecutive year that Intercoastal Cardiology has supported the television production students of Southeast. Through their undying dedication, the Uriuras, as well as Intercoastal Cardiology, has created many outstanding opportunities for Southeast students. We'd like to extend our utmost gratitude and thanks to Dr. Uriura and the medical professionals of Intercoastal Cardiology, Sarasota, for their committed support.
So, Coach, while we got a timeout, I think we have to mention that one of Southeast's very own, a player that you're very close with, is an opportunity to go to Super Bowl in another week.
Yep, Brian Poole, number 34 for the Atlanta Falcons, helped defeat my Green Bay Packers and had kind of mixed emotions on Sunday, and he played a very good game like he's played all year at the position that the Falcons have asked him to play, and quite an honor and a great pride moment for not only him but his family and everybody connected with Southeast High School.
Undrafted, able to make it in. Now he's going to be starting in the Super Bowl. That's got to be something pretty fantastic as a pride point, especially because you had an opportunity to coach him, right?
No doubt. He was a great kid, and he is, he wasn't. He didn't get all the notoriety that some of the kids got at the University of Florida, and he just kept working and working and working, and ended up getting himself a place to play.
That could have been both ways. That was a pretty hard screen.
Now we'll see if Pettival can continue his mastery of handling the ball against this man pressure. Manatee gets a pass out real nicely there to another one of his. The Southeast guards are scrambling all over the court to try and get the ball away. They're double teaming everybody all over the place.
The great thing about this is that the young man knows they're ahead. They're not in a rush. Some players would look to attack and look to score and pad their stats, but he's playing for the playoffs. He knows that time is on their side. Very, very well played and well handled game by the young man, number 5 from Manatee.
Alex Petable at the line tonight in the second half has attempted 7th free throw and has made 6 of them in the second half alone. The point being, nice to have point guards that can control the game and then late in the game get to the free throw line for you and hopefully make the basket. John Bennett underneath for the Seminoles, and we got a timeout there probably by Coach Watkins.
Coach Watkins just called the full
Trying to work
timeout.
that clock.
John Bennett has quietly worked to get this team back in the game. He's put them on his back, and he's done that by boxing out and grabbing and scratching for extra points. If you look, using the square, using the glass well, and making sure that he stays active. I like what he's brought in the second half. Foul trouble kept him out in the first half, so now having an opportunity in the second half, he's making the most of it.
He's got 10 points on the evening, all of them inside in the glass except for 2 free throws. So we need to continue to get the ball inside to him. We need to keep putting pressure on Manatee and see if we can't force them into turnovers. We're double teaming the basketball wherever it is out in the forecourt there, and hopefully we can get another turnover.
Moving your hands, being active, moving your feet, and cutting off the ball handler is going to be key. Playing in the passing lane is going to help as well. The big thing is that we just don't want to keep putting them on the foul line. We want to go to the foul line, but we don't want to put them on the foul line.
Manatee's ball in their backcourt. They're ahead by 12 with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. Southeast putting on a little full court pressure. John Bennett's the man back playing safety.
John's got one behind him. He's got to be really careful in this position.
Double travel there. That's a nice
got what you wanted. Now you got to make the most of it. Side out right now.
12-point difference right now. Southeast got a chance to get it into single digits right here. Try to find out where the points are going to come from. A.D. Savage dribbling, gets himself loose, up with a shot off the glass. Good.
Nice shot. I would like to see them do that a little sooner in the clock, though, earlier in the possession, because they don't have a lot of time left. That could have been a travel.
Manatee pulls the ball back out after they had a chance. Petable drives to the basket and gets a basket.
Masterful game by Mr. Petable.
Quinn Birch going to do the same thing. We get a foul in the act of shooting.
Well,
Birch takes it to the hole.
We got the clock stopped, so that's going to be something that is a positive, and he's got an opportunity here. If you look at how he attacks, he's preparing himself for the contact. He's on top.
Quinn Birch at the line for his first time shots this evening. His first free throw's up and good. 60-49, Southeast trailing by 11 with 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining on the clock in the game.
Coach is going to be pressing after this foul shot make. Last time we were successful, able to get a travel in the backcourt. This time they've got everybody up and missed the cutoff.
And Hooks takes it to the basket for his 7th point this evening. That gives him 25, or 7th in the second half. That gives him 25 points. Savage goes up with a jumper off the front part of the rim. We got a battle underneath, and we got a foul called on somebody underneath
Looks like
the basket.
It was Birch pushing himself in. And they're going to walk down to the other side for 2 more.
Foul is on number 11. That would be Quinn Birch getting his first personal of the evening. At the line is Petable.
Petable has been a tale of 2 halves. The first half he didn't score. He was able to just work his team, make sure that no one had No one was saying I didn't get the ball or I didn't get an opportunity to score, and that's what you want a point guard to do: distribute, give his team a chance. What I'm seeing right now in this second half is the young man scoring when he needs to.
He's got 19 points on tonight. Petable does.
How many in the second half? I would say
14.
14 in the second half.
Yeah, and he's going to go to the line again.
That's not a smart foul. Inexperienced. He's a first-year varsity player. His big body. He had good positioning, couldn't hold on to the ball, and then just fouled trying to grab at it. Putting them on the foul line gives them a chance to extend the lead. Putting us on the foul line gives us a chance to break into that lead a little bit, and unfortunately,
well, we had cut the lead to 5 points at one time in the second half, and unfortunately, it's gone the other way here of late.
I think it's called a series of unfortunate events.
Alex
Biggest
Petable.
being the technical.
Yeah. Alex Petable's done a really great job once he came in the late in the fourth quarter there to handle that man-to-man defense. And now Southeast has got to find some shots. 58 seconds remaining in the game. Alex goes up. He's just
In
not
and out.
shooting the ball as well as he used to.
Two blue jerseys around that rebound as soon as it came out, and they are very, very deliberate on their breaking of the press.
They really do a nice job of knowing that they don't need any more points.
They're not in a rush.
No.
Preserving the win.
Here you're going to see the pressure by Southeast is going to cause a turnover.
And that's just a player that's not used to handling the ball. But they executed their coach's game plan to perfection. Came into a hostile environment on Teacher Appreciation Night, is able to walk out with a W. I don't remember the last time Manatee High has swept Southeast High School in basketball in a season. What about you, Coach? You've been around for a while.
Manatee's basketball in recent years has, like you said earlier, has been a little bit down, but Coach Lauster has a record of 12-9, and this is going to put him at 13-9. He lost a tough one the other night against the Palmetto Tigers in their place. I think they lost by 2 points.
What do you think are the keys for the Southeast team going forward?
Well, I think they got to, give A.D. Savage a little more time to, he's going to get the time in the next couple of weeks to get ready for the playoffs, see if he can run the show. And I think we got some of the same issues that we had the last time we saw him play. We got a couple guys that want to come in and throw it up pretty quick instead of getting into any kind of pattern sharing of the basketball like Manatee did tonight.
Yeah, they got to get away from that fraternity of me, find me, meaning that everything that I do is just about me and not for the team. If they're able to do that, they can win some games.
Savage's shot is off and no good. Alex Taylor, he must be about, Alex has a total of 2 baskets tonight, and I bet he's probably taken 12 shots.
I would say you're pretty accurate on that. Right now, it's just a comedy of errors.
It is.
You got to know what works and what you're successful at, and once you get that success, try to build on it. There's no reason to do anything different.
And there's no real reason to be fouling with 4.4 seconds left except to delay our departure.
That's correct. That's correct. You're giving them a chance to add to their output. You got people that haven't scored a lot. Now they're getting a chance to put their name in the record books and probably get in the newspaper, right?
Cody Wingate stepping in the line for the Hurricanes.
It's a big body.
Yes, it is. So, Southeast will move on to the parent night game on Saturday, early evening, with a record of 3 wins and 18. And the coup de grace is that we missed that shot, or that Manatee missed a shot on the rebound. And that's the end of tonight's contest with the final score, the Manatee High Hurricanes 66 and your Southeast Seminoles 51. That boosts the Manatee record to 13-9. Southeast will be in action again on Saturday evening when they take on the Palmetto Tigers here at Southeast High School Gymnasium on the John Harder Court.
That's going to be their senior night, so you have a great send-off before you go into the playoffs, playing another rival game. This is rivalry week for them. They got a chance to go at the Palmetto Tigers. You saw Palmetto play last week. What are they in store for?
Palmetto's going to pressure them all over the court, up and down the court. A lot of speed. Their quarterback Spicer is a pretty decent player. Scored a lot of points underneath the basket for the Tigers in their game that I saw him play. That's the end of the game with the final score. Manatee 66, Southeast 51. We're going to take a short break for a couple of public service announcements. Then we'll come back to Coach Watkins on the Kaiser University post-game show. You're watching Seminole Basketball on SETV Sports.
It all adds up. Clean up after yourself. It's not that hard.
Welcome back to John Harder Court on the campus of Southeast High School, where tonight the Southeast Seminoles suffered a defeat at the hands of the Manatee High Hurricanes by a score of 66-51. Coach Watkins, at the end of the first half, you found yourself down by 15. Greg and I said it was probably due a lot to the offensive rebounds that the Hurricanes were getting against us and the second shot opportunities. Second half, you came out and went after them like crazy on our own offensive boards, cut the lead to 5 points, but couldn't quite hang on as Alex Pettival really hurt you with his offensive display against the man pressure that you put on in the latter part of the game.
Yeah, that's an accurate assessment. I think that generating only approximately 14 or 15 points in the first half, you almost have to play perfect defense to even be in the game at that point. We had given up 29, which is reasonable. But again, when you have the unnecessary turnovers and the miscues offensively, and you don't have that many shot attempts, that's generally when you find yourself with so few points, you're going to be down a deficit.
Now, Coach, looking at the replay of the second half, you guys had them where you wanted. They came back with some fight. Whatever you told them in the locker room ended up working because your defense hurried them. You got into the bonus very quickly, so everything that you were looking for was right there. That technical sucked the air out the gym, though. Talk about how you build on that and make sure that you are in tune for the playoffs.
Well, at this juncture in the season, obviously we faced a lot of challenges with the number of injuries and illnesses that we've had. at this juncture, we still have all of our goals out in front of us, however realistic they may be. The bottom line is we have an opportunity, but some of the things we're going to have to work on is being consistent with our offensive execution, understanding our man-to-man defensive principles, and rebounding is basically the game. So being able to be consistently on the positive side of that battle would make a big difference.
Coach Watkins, the one thing that I saw improved over the last time that we covered a game was that I don't think in the first half you had nearly as many turnovers as you were plagued with in the earlier game in December.
Well, obviously that's something that is a killer. Anytime you don't get offensive opportunities with shots at the basket and you throw the ball away, then a lot of times that's an instant fast break for the other team. Darius Savage, we brought him up from the junior varsity at Christmas time. He gave us a true point guard. It's really helped our ball handling and our offensive execution. So we're optimistic about our ability to gel. We're hoping we have enough time to put together our best efforts as the next couple weeks go on.
Well, you'll have a chance on Saturday when you have parent night here at Southeast High School Gymnasium on the campus here at Southeast Country. And we want to wish you the best of luck not only in that game Saturday against the Palmetto Tigers, but we also want to wish you the best as you go into the playoffs next week.
Great, Coach. I appreciate it. Thanks. Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you.
Thank you, Greg.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
The final score tonight, Southeast goes down to defeat at the hands of the Manatee High Hurricanes by a score of 66-51. We thank you for tuning in to SETV. Greg, thank you.